Hey, what's up, YouTube? Alright, I'm going to give a little quick review of the watches I have. The first we'll start off with the digital ones. This is the fake G-Shock. It's called the G-Look. I originally just got it because I needed the little loop for one of my Oakley watches. But it looks to be interesting. It's got like fake dials right there. Keeps time. It hasn't stopped running. I don't really actually wear this, but I kind of kept it around. There's the back. It's got a kind of like a cheap rubber band. So yeah, that's the G Look. I think it says it somewhere around here. Yeah, it says it right there, but you can't really tell. Then we go from the fake G-Shock to the real G-Shock. This is the one I got for work. It's got an analog readout and a digital readout. It's got luminous hands, which I think is pretty cool. I wish it had more features though, or I wish it mainly had a second hand. It's got an illuminator on it, which you probably can't. Let's see. There you go. There's the illuminator. Kind of short. And there's the backing of it. So far, it's handled up pretty well. You got some different modes. Right now, it's like military time. Then you have an alarm. Then you have a stopwatch. Then you have like a countdown. And then you have the date, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I like it a lot. It's very light. It's supposed to withstand all the abuse that you can give it. So, good job, G-Shock. I wish you had a second hand though I could get. Alright, next is the Oakley D2. I love Oakley a lot, and I really wish I could say good things about this watch. I mean, it looks great, but it didn't really perform how I wanted it to. I went in about 2 feet of water when I was tubing, and the watch got waterlogged, which really disappointed me. Oakley kind of prides itself on quality gear, and this one failed. So, but there you go. There's the Oakley icon. The unobtainium band does break sometimes, and it's about $22 to fix it, which is kind of crap, but whatever. Here's your light. Lasts a little bit longer than G-Shock, which is pretty cool. And the thing I like about this is you can change the readout, so that's the time and the date. There's your, you have 2 time zones. There's your second time zone. Go back to the first. That's the date. This one doesn't do anything. It's got a lot of features on it though. There's your stopwatch. It logs your runs. There's your I have 100 laps free because I haven't really logged anything. There's a stopwatch. It's a timer. It counts down. There's your alarm. You have 3 different alarms, and you can change it from daily or once, and then it's back to normal. This is my athletic watch. The G-Shock is the one I use for work. But yeah, this is my athletic watch. It's a pretty cool watch. But I kind of wish it would handle a little bit better. Alright, so you don't want digital, but you don't want anything too dressy, which we'll get to in a second. Well, this is the Crush 2.0 by Oakley, and it's a pretty heavy watch, but I get a lot of compliments on it just because of that blue face. I mean, that's a beautiful face. And the contours of this thing are just awesome. There's a loop from the G-Look, the fake G-Shock. And then on the end of this strap is the Oakley icon. There's the back of it. And this is all rubber until you get to the silver part, and then that becomes metal. And the sapphire, well, I don't know if it's a sapphire crystal, I don't know what the heck it is, but probably quartz or something, but it's kind of scratched up, but it looks great. Again, luminous hands, which is always cool. You got the Oakley logo there. You have the date readout. Nothing really fancy in terms of gadgets, but it works really well. Again, it gets great compliments. This is my summertime watch. The unobtainium sticks to your skin if you're sweating a lot, so it's really cool to have that. And I've got a very small wrist, and this fits pretty well. So, alright, let's go to my metal band watches. I cleaned my room and I found this. This is from, I think, 7th grade. It's a Massimo or whatever watch, and it says it's water resistant for 30 meters. The other 2 Oakley watches are 10 bar. And real quick with this D2, my girlfriend has the D2.5 or something, and she took hers to the rainforest, and it held up like a champ. She was diving, snorkeling in really bad environments, and she said it worked great. So maybe it's just this watch, I don't know. But both these are 10 bar, they claim. Anyway, with this watch, it's a cheap watch. You need to get the battery changed. I remember I didn't like this. If you look, you can kind of see that digs into your skin. It's got the date right at the 6 o'clock position. It's got a nice green face though. Alright, next up, when I got to high school, Fossil watches were really big. And I used to have a Fossil Airmaster. It was a silver watch, and I think I left it at my girlfriend's house. I don't know where it is. But then I got this blue watch. It's a Fossil blue. You got a tachometer here. I think this spins if I can. It's so old. Let's see. Come on. No, it's not going to spin for me. Anyway, there's the links. Kind of a cool link. It says Fossil right there. With this watch, that's how small my wrist is, by the way. It's tiny. Okay, so you have the time. And then this eye is the day. This eye is like 24-hour time. And this eye is your date, like the number for the calendar. And this is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Luminous hands. It's a very, very, very light watch. So if you want something light, you kind of want to forget that it's there, but you still want to look stylish, this is a pretty good one. Or I have this Fossil watch, which my girlfriend has the female version of it. Again, these are both water resistant too. Again, it's the same exact design except just a little bit different looks. The eyes are blue. That tachometer is spinning really well. I've kept this in pretty good condition. Again, the Fossil blue logo right there. Again, luminous hands, which works out well. If you wake up in the middle of the night, you want to know what time it is. There's the back. Again, a very, very light watch. I used to always wear this when I golfed. I just kind of wear these around the house now. Alright, next up, another 6th grade watch. This thing is gone to hell. The band is broken or whatever, but it's an Acura, and the bezel doesn't rotate, doesn't have the date. But you know what? It's still running. I don't think I've ever changed a battery in this thing. And it's about an hour off because I haven't changed it for the time zones or whatever. But water resistant for 30 meters, Acura quartz. I think I got this from Target. It's a cheap watch. It looks nice though. I totally recommend it if you want something that's gonna last you. I mean, again, it's light. But then I got into Oakley watches. So first one is my Oakley GMT, probably the heaviest thing in the world. You can change the time zone. Right here is your local time. That's what this eye is for, and then this is your regular time. And then that red thing I'm moving right there is how to switch the time zone. Unfortunately, this broke, and Oakley can't fix it because they claim that they don't have the parts. So again, good job Oakley. You kind of let me down there. Quality parts. It's an $800 watch, which I bought on eBay. Oakley can't really stand behind it. Or I don't think I got this one on eBay. I think I got this from a friend. Anyway, but you got the date there. The alarms don't work anymore. But you used to have 2 alarms. But it's still a cool design. At least it keeps time, right? And there's the date. There's the Oakley icon. The show of quote-unquote good quality, right? Then there's the Oakley icon on the band. And it's got the safety clasp. So you just open it there, take this off, and the safety clasp doesn't work that well either. This thing comes apart all the time, so if you have $800 and you're looking to buy a watch, I probably wouldn't spend it on this. It looks cool, but in terms of working, don't know. Alright. At least it has luminous hands, you know. Then we go to an absolutely fantastic watch, the Oakley crankcase. It's got self-lubricating links, which is cool. Again, it's a pretty heavy watch, not as heavy as the GMT, but it's still pretty heavy. There's the Oakley logo there. The safety clasp on this does work. It's a very, very classy looking watch. And it's kind of like a diver's watch because you have to unscrew the crown, which there's the Oakley logo again. Unscrew the crown to set the time. There's your time. Your second hand is actually right there. This top hand is your chronograph, so I just started it. There's your milliseconds. This is your second hand until you reach 1 minute. Then that becomes your second hand, and this becomes your minute hand. There's your Oakley logo, your date. You have a rotating bezel, which is really cool. Unobtainium here to make sure it doesn't get messed up. Let's stop this. kind of cool, right? I love this watch, so I definitely recommend this if you want kind of a classier watch that's going to function well. And then finally, I got my girlfriend a leather crankcase, leather crankcase small. So I bought myself the Oakley Judge dual time, uh, black leather. This is the first time I've ever bought a leather watch. So there's the Oakley logo, um, sapphire crystal, Oakley logo up there, your dates here, and Swiss made right there. And then you can set it for a local time, for a different time zone. So your second hand is the red one. But this is really cool if you're traveling or whatever. You have family overseas or in a different time zone. You can set it to their time, so you don't have to constantly, do a bunch of math to figure out what time it is where they are. It's a light watch. The face is kind of heavy though, and it's a big face, so you can see it pretty clearly. I definitely recommend this. It's a beautiful watch. I've gotten great compliments on this. But yeah, alright Oakley. I guess you did okay on some of your watches. Thanks YouTube for watching. Give me comments. And hope you liked the video. Alright.